restore the 5 minutes for Ms. Sanchez.
I find it incredible that evidence that one side has garnered is not going to be shared with the other side. That is not how committees work. Chairman Jordan, Ranking Member Plaskett, I think it's important that we recognize this hearing for what it actually is. Make no mistake, this hearing is a vehicle to legitimize the events of January 6th and the people who perpetrated it. And why? Because Donald Trump is running for president again. And if you normalize the events of January 6th, if you repeat his election fraud lies, then maybe he doesn't seem quite so extreme. Maybe it will be easier to overturn a free and fair election the next time. For those of you who have forgotten, on January 6th, a mob of people who believed Donald Trump's lie that the 2020 election was stolen stormed the Capitol, seeking to stop the certification of the 2020 presidential election. They erected a gallows on the lawn just outside this room, and they ran through the halls looking to find and hang the Vice President of the United States. It was a shocking moment of political violence, and many of us on this dais, including myself, were there that day. We all felt the fear of knowing that there were people roaming the Capitol looking to kill us. But clearly, some of us have quickly forgotten that. I've heard my colleagues on the other side of the aisle suggest that, quote, the FBI was participating in the insurrection. They called the rioters who attacked the Capitol, quote unquote, peaceful patriots and quote unquote, political prisoners. And they described the violence on January 6th as akin to a quote unquote, normal tourist visit. It was not. Last year, the Judiciary Committee even had to entertain a resolution on the repeatedly discredited Ray Earp's conspiracy theory. Mr. Allen, your security clearance was first suspended on January 10th, 2022. Is that correct? Yes or no will suffice. And the FBI's reason behind your suspension was because it found you to have, quote, espoused conspiratorial views both orally in writing and promoted unreliable information which indicates support for the events of January 6th. Is that correct, yes or no?
That is the language that they placed on the letter.
That's a yes then. Do you believe it's important for federal agents to have allegiance to the United States, yes or no?
It is absolutely important that personnel
I'll take that as a yes.
have allegiance.
Do you believe you should have allegiance to the United States to possess a security clearance? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Do you believe your obligation as a federal agent should supersede your First Amendment right? Yes or no?
Can you please rephrase the question, ma'am?
Do you believe that your obligation as a federal agent should supersede your First Amendment right? Yes or no?
I don't know. Can you please rephrase the question again, ma'am?
Do you believe that you have an obligation to serve as a federal agent regardless of what your personal political beliefs are?
Yes, I have an obligation to serve the United States.
Do you believe that FBI agents should be permitted to express support for individuals who stormed the Capitol on January 6th? Yes or no?
I believe agents have to do their jobs, ma'am.
Do you believe that agents should be permitted to express their support for individuals who stormed the Capitol on January 6th? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
No, you're supposed to be apolitical, ma'am, and do your job
So
as
that
an
is a
FBI
no?
person. You're supposed to be apolitical and do your job.
I'm asking for a simple yes or no.
Can you please rephrase
Not a
the
difficult question. Do you believe that FBI agents should be permitted to express support for individuals who stormed the Capitol on January 6th?
You should not be voicing support for criminal conduct. You have
Okay,
to do
thank
your
you.
job apolitically, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Allen, have you ever used Twitter? Yes or no?
I have utilized Twitter, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is your account at Marcus A970-50645?
That is absolutely not my account.
Okay, that's not your account. Well, on December 5th, 2022, an account under the name Marcus Allen retweeted a tweet that said,
That
quote,
is not my account, ma'am.
You haven't let me finish the question,
Might
sir.
have been the football player.
You haven't let me finish the question. And the time is mine. On December 5th, 2022, an account under the name of Marcus Allen retweeted a tweet that said, quote, Nancy Pelosi staged January 6th retweet if you agree, end quote. Do you agree with that statement? Yes or no?
That is, I don't, no ma'am, that's not my account at all. I have
I'm
no
asking
idea.
whether you agree with that statement, yes or no?
Can you please rephrase the
Yeah.
statement?
Do you think
Time the
that
gentlelady has
Nancy Pelosi
expired.
staged January 6th? I just want him to answer
He'll answer.
this
He'll
last
answer.
question.
Yeah, he'll answer. I'm just telling you your time's up.
Do you believe that Nancy Pelosi, do you agree with the statement that this person tweeted that Nancy Pelosi staged January 6th? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. I yield back.
Chair recognizes the gentlelady from New York, Ms. Stefanik.
I yield to the chair. Excuse me,
I
Mr.
think-
Chair, I think you were going to indulge the Congresswoman from Florida and her point of inquiry.
The gentlelady from Florida is recognized.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my understanding that...
Are you making a point of order?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Okay.
A point of inquiry.
Okay.
It's my understanding that the minority in this committee under the rules is entitled to the same testimony, information, documents that the majority is entitled to. So, I mean, I'm not aware that you're able to withhold information from the minority that we would need to use to prepare for a...
When it comes to whistleblowers, you're not. And I would just remind the committee,
aren't
remind
whist-
everyone. Look, when it
Mr.
comes to
Chairman, that's
not
whistleblowers,
right.
you are not.
That's not right.
It's shocking that the
That is
gentleman.
not right.
It's shocking
And in
that
fact,
the gentleman.
You talk so much about the
Mr. Chairman,
whistleblower and the
It's
impeachment.
shocking that the
We
gentleman
gave you
from New
all
York
of
would
the
state
information
that
we had.
when you were part
Yes,
of an
we gave you
investigation
all
with an
of the
anonymous
information you
whistleblower.
had. We
Mr.
had.
Chairman, these individuals
Mr. Chairman, I
haven't been declared
can't hear
whistleblowers.
5 people at once. Could we
know.
have regular order?
Mr. Chairman,
The chair recognizes it's.
I'm inquiring, and I was not
And I've
finished
told you
inquiring.
that when it comes to whistleblowers, you are not entitled to it. That's
These
at the discretion of
individuals-
Mr. Allen.
Mr. Chairman, these
He said
individuals have been determined
he has
not
not
to be
agreed to that.
whistleblowers. These are not whistleblowers. They've been determined by the agency not to be whistleblowers. Are you deciding that they're whistleblowers?
Yes, the law decides. Did you not listen to Mr. Levitt's testimony? Did you not read the law? The
His
law
attorney
decides
is
that they are
asserting-
whistleblowers.
his attorney
the
is
chair
asserting that
recognizes
they are
the gentlelady
whistleblowers.
from
The
New
law
York.
has not
The
determined
gentlelady
that
from
they are
New York has been
whistleblowers.
recognized.
The law has not determined they are whistleblowers. His attorney is just asserting that.
Gentlelady from New York.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have lost my voice. I'm yielding to Mr. Gates.
I thank the gentlelady not only for yielding, but for her extensive work on these issues, not only during our hearings, but during the many depositions we've taken to develop evidence and to bring it forward for the majority, the minority, and all of the country.
Did you give us that evidence?
I know that if the gentlelady from
Are you
New
going to give
York
us that evidence?
was able to speak, that she'd certainly be eager to do so. Mr. Allen, we just astonishingly heard a Democrat on this committee question your allegiance to the United States. How many tours in Iraq did you do?
I did 2 tours in Iraq, sir.
And for how many decades have you held a security clearance?
For 2 decades, sir.
Ever been called into question before?
No, sir.
And you also received the Employee of the Year Award for the Charlotte Field Office, is that right?
That is correct, sir.
Did you receive any medals during your service for the Marine Corps and the United States Navy?
I did, sir. As a member of the Marine Corps, I received 2, a Navy Commendation Medal and a Navy Achievement Medal.
Seems to me your allegiance to the United States is pretty well established over multiple decades, wearing the uniform, fighting for our country, and I am proud that you continue to fight for our country as a whistleblower here, making a disclosure to the United States Congress. And Mr. Allen, is it your belief that you were retaliated against because you shared an email that questioned the truthfulness of FBI Director Christopher Wray?
Yes, sir.
Like we always do about this time.